Okay, I know, but look, y'all. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is doing something that I should have done. Like, I'm dusting, y'all, and I am ashamed, absolutely ashamed to say that the last time I dusted, who was president? So that's what I'm doing right now because, okay guys, I just had a breakthrough and I'm going to share this and I'm going to start documenting it because I'm feeling it, y'all. However, I have to be honest with you guys and say, when I'm not at the shop, this is what your girl looks like. I need you to accept that now before we go any further into this video and any future videos, okay? Because this is how your girl looks. Came across this Facebook post, and it was Tracy Ellis Ross, the owner of Pattern, Diana Ross's daughter. I know, girlfriends. And she was talking about 3 things in business that have just pretty much taken her throughout her career. And all of them really resonated with me, but one really resonated with me. And she said, and I'll make sure I put, actually, if you want to see the video, head over to my Facebook and scroll and find that on there, because it was a really, really good video, seriously. And I'll be posting some real good Facebook stuff. Anyways, but on that video, the first thing she said was, figure out the mission. Figure out what mission you want to accomplish or drive home, not the products or services that you want to sell. I've realized that the why in my mission has changed. If you'd asked me, back in the day, hey T, why in the world do you want to be in this beauty space? Why in the world do you want to do lashes? Why do you want to do makeup? Why do you want to do any of the things? And I would have automatically, without a doubt, told you it was because I know how far confidence goes, and I understand that when you look good, you feel good, you do good. So it was my mission to let women feel beautiful and feel like they looked good, so that it could then translate into all this other beautifulness and this great energy that they would put out into the universe, and we would all get to take part of. And while I do still feel like that is huge huge, how you feel about yourself and whatever that means to you, regardless, is so important when it comes through going on these journeys and intentionally showing up in this space. But I've actually realized that my mission has honestly changed, and now that I have realized it's changed, I think it's going to change the game for me and my business moving forward. I can see us now going to the next level. I'm doing this because I don't want another generation of mine to have to punch a clock. I don't want another generation to have to sit across from a manager and have that manager tell them what they're worth an hour. I don't want another generation to have to be in a mid-year review or annual review and be sitting there knowing that they gave everything they can, and in return get a raise that is not going to do anything to change their lives at all, right? That raise is not going to improve their lives moving forward. And honestly, I have a grandson. I do not want my grandson to ever have to punch a clock. And right now he's almost 1. So I got 16 years to figure something out, right? And honestly, my kids now, I don't want them to continue to punch a clock if it is possible. I don't want them to continue to punch a clock, and that is possible. You guys, I'm going to do a video on a 6-month update of me being in this corporate space, but I got to be honest and say, it's not for me. And as someone who grew up thinking that they would always be in a space where they were in a employer-employee relationship, always being on the receiving end of that, I gotta let you know, I cannot I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to spoil that video, but definitely stay tuned for that one. Being honest and saying where I used to not think I wanted this, I kind of do, because it now leads into other things, you know? Like, for instance, I never would have thought that I'd ever want a storefront salon. Right now I work in a suite, it's just me, and it's a pretty small space, very manageable, you know, just easy for me to maintain. But I'm recognizing now that if I'm wanting to create, for me to create the financial independence and wealth and opportunities that I want for generations to come, I have to be comfortable with going bigger. I have to be comfortable with stepping out of the box. I have to be comfortable in collaboration and bringing other people into the journey. You know, I want a storefront, so number one, I'll have a space for my daughter, for her to be able to grow and bring her beauty services and products into that space, a space that's already established, a space that already has the support and the roots and the foundations that she needs to be able to take it to wherever she wants to, but also to be able to generate opportunities for other women and other ladies, because I understand now that I want financial wealth and generational wealth for my family, and I also want to help other women do that as well, whichever road they decide to take. Maybe it's a passive income route, maybe it's a digital product route, whatever that route is, I still want to be able to give that experience as well. So, you know, understanding now that damn why's changed and I feel, you know, I think it's important to recognize that, because if I continue to try to move forward with the baseline mission I had previously, it's not going to be enough to get me through to the next step. It was enough to get me to where I am now, but it's not going to be enough to get me pushed through to the next step, because I'm not passionate enough about that particular submission, so to speak. That's kind of almost like, it's the consequences of the actions, right? But when it comes down to the mission, I don't want another generation of mine to have to work for a company where they are the least important person on the books. Okay? Not another generation. So, you know, so my next steps here, I've got some good things coming, guys. You may or may not know I've actually started introducing permanent jewelry into my business plan, and I'm going to actually start jumping into merch as well. And I want to teach my daughter permanent jewelry, because we've got vendor events that I'm going to be filming and going to, which is 100% out of my comfort zone. But you guys, this is going to be my year of uncomfortableness. I'm doing vendor shows. I'll probably be doing some pop-up events, probably doing some teaching, just things that are so far out of my box. But I am convinced that the further out of my box that I go, the bigger the impact and the larger the abundance that I'm going to see. So, long story short, definitely head over to my Facebook page, look for that video. It was really, really good. I feel like it was one of those things where it was the right message at the right time by the right person, and I received it just as I should have. So stay tuned for some more videos, but head over there and check that out. Thank you so much for staying with me with this one. Comment down below, has your mission changed? Do you even know your mission? Is this something you need to kind of work out? Because I know it sounds corny, but when everybody says figure out your why, they're legit, guys. There's a reason why they're telling us to do that, no matter how corny it sounds. And maybe if it sounds corny to you, change the why to mission. Instead of figure out your why, maybe figure out the mission you are trying to complete, the mission you are trying to drive home, and maybe that might switch your mindset to make it just a little bit easier to comprehend. But hope that helps. Comment down below. Let me know if you have any advice for us trying to figure it out, or if yours has changed and you just want to share and you're feeling a lot better about where it is now versus where it is, where it was in the very beginning. So thank you so much for watching this video. While you're here on my channel, definitely take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.